Welcome on in, everyone. Glad to have you all here, you sweet beans. Happy Heckin' Friday. Congrats on making it through another week. Another week in paradise, I guess. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, Iliano, Steeblezeus, Cynic Deval, Moonbear, Pseudowolf. Thank you for the heckin' 30 months. Good God. That is kind of wild to think about. I guess to be fair, next week is like my 3-year affiliate anniversary, as well as my 3-year streaming anniversary. So that's kind of a wild thought. I guess I should probably figure out something I want to do for that. Welcome on though, Chaos. Welcome on in Fine Point. Glad to have you, sweet beans. Welcome on in Razamari, Casper Howells, YFT. Glad to have you, sweet beans. Welcome on in Ruffles. Glad to have you too. Welcome on in Codename Equal. Glad to have you too. Happy heckin' Friday, y'all. Never. Yeah. Nowadays it's incredibly difficult to maintain friendships and stuff, but welcome on in. Thank you for the borbs. Speaking of orbs, we're making an orb today. We are orbifying Aether. Oh, hold up a moment. That was don't mind the jump scare. But yeah, we are vibing. More orbs, baby. I said I was gonna dedicate one stream a week to them, but like I honestly had no idea what I wanted to draw for tonight, so I'm like, fuck it, we orb. Which honestly, like, that's kind of a great thing about like the like orbs, is that like I can basically turn these into like I don't know what I want to draw. I'm in the mood to draw. I don't know what I want to do though. Also, Cyriel grabs you and folds you into an orb. I need you to send me some refs. Whenever you have an opportunity to do, of course. Because a orb has been purchased for you. And by purchased, I mean Suda spent 50k channel points. If you would like to become an orb too, that's all it needs. 50k channel points and then a visual reference. Also, you'll need to send me a voice clip of you saying spin or something analogous. Spin, rotate, just like the same vein as fucking like what Kusa does with his yos, where like Radium decided to go really far out of bounds and just make his yo urethra, and I'm like, you know what? Powerful. And by power I mean purchase, I mean forced upon. To be fair with you, I was probably gonna make an orb for all of my mods. Welcome on in, Chronos. Good to have you, sweet bean. Because like I need to like I wanna do something to celebrate y'all, you know? It you do a lot, like, you know, y'all like Oceano, Suda, Soiriel, Kasai, Chaos. Like y'all are the big ones. Locke is also in here. Like y'all do a lot to keep me and the community safe, and I really sincerely appreciate that. I once joined a D&D session with the webcam facing out, me spinning the group entirely confused. That's very you energy, low-key. Thank you for the 5 stream streak, you sweet bean. Also, thank you, Codename Equal, for the 45 stream streak. Good lord. That's kind of wild about it. And Tidic, thank you for the 40 stream streak. Good lord. I don't necessarily think of myself as streaming that often, but I guess I kind of do, don't I? Because, like, I'm looking at these stream streaks, and I'm like, that's a lot of streams. That's very me energy. Listen, what do you want me to... Chaos and spinning are somehow, like, very you energy. I try to get at least 10 minutes in every place. That's, depending on how many people you're subscribed to, that's kind of wild. To say for Soriel, you could give us fruit in the corner. Oh my god, not the fruit. Shit, that's still another thing I need to do. I need to add the fucking fruit redeem that just passed by Soriel. I know, like, the streak, it just randomly just stops counting. Yeah, it's one of the things where it's, like, it's very glitchy, unfortunately. Which is part of why I have the, like, the check-in now. Because, you know, the streaks are both glitchy, and also, like, if my power goes out, it's like, oh, you know, you were here for, like, the day of the stream, but if, like, my power goes out for, like, 5 minutes and I come back, stream is restarted, your streak technically ended because you left to do whatever. Like, that's kind of shitty. I once got into a spinning competition in the gym during middle school. The goal is to spin until you drop. Very, very you energy. Like I said, you're never beating the like you being chaos and spinning allegations. Okay. So so this is Aether. Aether's design is relatively simple, all things considered. So this is gonna be like one I think it gets put together relatively quickly. Welcome on in, Corvette Bubbles. Good to have you, sweet bean. Also, Because I assume Chaos is here. If Chaos, if you're here, let me know if like anything ever goes down on Pop stream. Because like I will like do a quick like just chatting segment while I go to nuke bots or whatever. Palmet's live on the front page today, and I'm like I really want to maintain my schedule. It so I feel bad, but I'm also just like let me have this, please. Congrats, Bob Mutt. Yeah. I think it's something that was like my understanding was that it's part of like um it's part of the Twitch initiative to like start highlighting a lot of their like LGBT creators. A little stressful, but no problem. Yeah. So that's like the major thing that like you know I ran into a crazy person who was blabbering incoherent nonsense on the train today. Not to mention flashed a random bank plaque like it holds some weight. The random people you interact with on the street can be interesting, shall we say? Yes, to represent the gays. Yes, we have to represent the gays. It's important. The gays, the theys. If Starky ever gets in the front page somehow, I'll be there to moderate. Oh my god, I was using a color. No wonder this was looking weird. I can't imagine that ever happening, honestly. But like, if I did, I for sure it would be like it'd be the kind of thing where it's like that would be a special event. Where I'd be like, how am I gonna what am I gonna do to like celebrate? Reminds me of one of the weird interactions I had on the bus stop. I was an inch too close to getting arrested for assaulting the guy, but at least someone intervened before I did. It's like, yeah, like okay, personal space, my guy. Like, you please back the fuck off. Like, that's where I'm like, like, because like I've been yelled at in a Popeyes, and I just completely like no sold the guy. Like, he was. It was the fucking weird experience because I was like he was very clearly standing where the line started, and then he gave me shit for not assuming that you know like it was like he started giving me shit for like assuming like being like patiently waiting behind him because I'm not gonna just like pop eyes the PvP zone. Oh my god. But yeah, no, and then they started like ranting about fucking like just some random nonsense. I was just like, dude, it is a Popeyes. My brother in Christ, this is a Popeyes. And I just basically like completely like I was on my phone and I just like ignored him. And I can't imagine how pissed he must have been. That was like that was a bizarre experience for sure. Imagine trying to get attitude with a person almost 7 foot tall over fried chicken. I was like, who let him out of the loony bin when I reached my destination? It was like, yeah, that was because he was. I think he was like a trucker, and I was the part of me that's like, because like, okay, I was raised by a nurse, which means I have my mom's mouth in regards to like when I'm pissed and like I really want to hurt someone's feelings. I say the most awful shit, which is tempered very much by the fact that I am a very patient person and I'm a very laid back person. Like when I try and say some shit, like when I go all out and try and say shit, I'm trying to get you to fucking like I'm trying to get you to completely reevaluate your existence. Somebody yelled at me about being a white homosexual and was ranting about that, and I'm just being quiet and letting the crazy man tire himself out. I'm on the LGBTQ spectrum, so I guess he was close. I I mean, listen. I guess to be fair, you are in Alberta, which makes sense. Because from what I've been told, Alberta is basically Canadian Texas. It'd be the same. I have a mean stern side, but I rarely use them. I don't like being a mean person. Alberta? No, wait, no, I'm thinking of someone else. I'm thinking fucking, I'm thinking, again, I, I, I'm in Maryland. I'm so sorry. I keep mixing up you and soy real. If I say some shit that doesn't make sense, assume I've accidentally mixed you up with soy real. I'm sending you to Alberta. Yeah, from my understanding is that Alberta is basically Canadian Texas. What's up, Chris?
Remember, friends, a good life lesson to learn and use against people who dislike you for whatever reason: apathy hurts way more than hatred. With hatred you have the feeling of knowing you have power over their thoughts to some extent, but complete apathy stings, as you may hate a person, but finding out they don't think about you at all causes them so much rage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's been kind of my experience. Also, like, okay, there's entirely possible, like, there's a couple of things that are going on where I'm like, it's possible I might have to take like a random intermission in the middle of the stream. One being that, like, the people who were supposed to come to collect my car, like the insurance company, it was supposed to fucking come out today, and it's like 6 o'clock my time, and no one's shown up, and I'm just like, hey. So I'm like, I'm keeping an eye out in case like someone's like, you know, because like, the car is like very clearly fucked, so like I can't imagine anyone's taking it, but like they're like, yeah, take these steps to make sure that like we can just grab the car, and I'm like, okay, sure. And like one of them is like, leave the keys nearby, and I'm like, or leave the car key nearby. I'm like, okay, sure. I don't know. It's all very like suspicious. Again, this is my first time ever really interacting with insurance, so because I was just basically like a perpetual payer until this moment. Like
Rats, we're rats.
What's up, Chris?
We're the rats.
What's the difference between an insurance company and a circus? The clowns won't scam you at every opportunity at the circus.
You're not wrong. I can relate to that, especially with an asshole named Nargi, who was a friend of mine for a couple months after unfriending me in VR chat for private reasons. Eh, it's just like it's. Unfortunately, I think like for whatever reason, humanity, maybe due to the like presence of lead paint, is experiencing a substantial narcissism problem, and we just need to start being like, no, people like that do not deserve your time or effort. They do not deserve your time. They do not deserve your attention. Stop giving them your energy. Just completely deprive them of oxygen. They will interact with you like an adult, or they will not interact with you at all. Like that's my kind of thing. And yes, I've had to cut off some pretty close people for that. So I'm like, you know what? No, I'm struggling to figure out how I want this hair to look, because it's basically like a short bob cut. There's not even like a bob cut. Like let me scale this up, because it's basically just like, yeah, okay. It's just like, what if I just like have you poking out the corner? Weirdly, that kind of works hilariously well. A carnival, on the other hand, will scam you. My kind of thing is that if you're someone is a jerk, I will gaslight them into thinking they're being so kind and considerate. Sorry, these song requests are a little too normal today. Listen, I feel like Sorrel's burned out the idea of the Buddy Holly redeem has like fully been burned out of the stream, so. There we go. Fuck Nargacugas, to be honest. Aren't those like a species from like Monster Hunter? Also, welcome on, Zanik. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Is fighting as best as he can to survive the Buddy Holly bit. like take positive aggression as positivity until they're so passive, until they aren't so passive. I mean, listen, like there's for me, it's I'm just gonna be honest with like where I'm at. A lot of the times, like this is the fucking it sucks sometimes to be honest. Like if I'm not doing well and someone asks how I'm doing, I don't want to tell them I'm doing bad because like suddenly that it's the fucking it's like it's the like oh what is it the fucking the principle of like oh hey they're probably like they're also dealing with life shit but it's like no it's kind of like you know it's finding that balance of being like okay who is it, how sincere are they being. Oh wait, you meant something else. Nargacugas aren't that hard to beat. They're cute cat wyverns. Ooh, woo. What did Nargacugas do? I'm assuming that Xanic's fighting one and is having difficulties. Is this? I feel like I'm going like maybe a little bit too extra on the hair. I think the big thing is like with fur like this, I definitely want to do like because like in regards to shape, like in regards to shape and details, it's there's not necessarily a whole lot differentiating this character. Like it's like a very simple design, which is good for like it's good for drawing more complex pieces. And then for this, I'm like, how do I make sure people know this is Aether? That's because Nargi's Sona is one, and his eh. It's one of those things where it's like, it sucks to have people like be an asshole to you, but like honestly, the best way to get back at someone who's a dick to you is just like move on, just like don't because ultimately like if you are doing something out of like spite, you're like still like letting them control you, like you're letting your motivations be controlled by whatever bullshit they did that hurt you. Which like that's it's easier said than done to just kind of like let that energy go. But like, hold up, let me check this real quick. Is this them cute? Them cute Hugas be breedable and rideable. I'm like I feel like fucking like I feel like Kuga is like it's giving slur energy and I don't know why. I need a second opinion. Does one of the new furry skins give Kase energy, or is it me sending you the skin now? Is it the ferret one? Oh yes. Perfect. Thank you for the ref sheet. And yes, no, this is very much Kase energy. That's not I did see that there's like a lot of there's clearly a lot of new stuff going on with Fortnite. I'm not necessarily we like Fortnite era. Like I'm not that's not necessarily who I am as a person. So I haven't really necessarily engaged with a whole lot of it. Also, to be honest with you, I'm kind of suspicious that furry like it's the same vibe as like a lot of the like recent bullshit with like Google removing like a gay pride month from their calendars is like no don't let any groups fucking monetize the furry fandom. Nargacugas are panther wavers that can shoot sharp scales. Welcome on in, Jaren. Glad to get Sweet Bean. But yeah, this character is very Kasai coded. It is giving very much Kasai. Welcome on in though. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Good shout for Jaren. I'm currently in the process of drawing Aether. Let me go ahead and like. Howdy, just kind of lurking for a bit for sure. Thank you for stopping by. Be sure to take care of yourself. Get some hydration. Hope your Friday is nice. It's going okay. I'm currently like a little paranoid because I feel like I'm currently dealing with like anxiety about insurance because I feel like they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna come pick up the car today, and then they haven't picked up my car. And I'm just like, what? You're supposed to pick up the car today. I was thinking maybe that's maybe 1/3 of me. Ooh, best of luck and fast of speed. Friday, you know what that means? It's the only day you can post Friday night funkin' music without getting timed out. I know a cougar fur. They're quite horny for a niche species. Oh, absolutely. Like I definitely I've seen a couple of people with Nargacuga and usually people do that are like very very horny. Or maybe the save reminder. That was a good idea. I have not necessarily saved in a little bit. Also, since Nargacugas are like cats, they would sometimes be drawn quite buff. Yeah, that makes sense, honestly. Friend with his Zinogre Sona. Kasai is like Kasai's had enough. Kasai is like, fuck it, I'll keep the joke alive and put Buddy Holly in the fucking song request queue. Now we need Starky Kuga. That's potentially a pun. Yeah, I could see that. What Nargacugas are like they're like weird bat things. Welcome on in, Thomas. Good to have you, sweet bean. Bop the bird? No. Do not bop the burb. If I ever get Monster Hunter, I might just exterminate all Kugas in the game the same way Sozin wiped out the Airtomeds. Oh my god. Welcome on in, Mystic. Thank you for the pets, you sweet bean. We're doing more arts. Oh, there's a lot of pets. There's so many pets. Pets. Ow, 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 ow. Hey, who are those people with the monster sonas asking for a friend? Okay. Is there anything else where I'm like I'm used to art being the biggest pain in the dick. I won't lie. Okay, how dare you? How dare you take my shirt? Thank you for the pets. Ow, 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 ow. Don't actually give Starky brain damage to those pets. I'm just like I imagine these things. It's like if you pet them too hard, they just squish. It's like you're like pet, and then their head just starts like compressing inwards. That's what I imagine. I imagine these things as basically just like they're basically just chew toys, but indestructible. I'm deeply traumatized by Buddy Holly, but also I maybe should be careful what I say here, as it may be used against me.
Wasting my points to tell you this. Apparently they had D-boys in the 1930s. I'm reading a book about the history of college girls, college assigned book, and in the 30s they had a rating system on dating men and they used letters instead of numbers. The book says, quote, it was better to date an e-boy than to sit at home on Saturday.
That reminds humanity never fucking changes, which I think is why we're doomed as a species. Because that's unironically the fucking meme nowadays of like the alone on a Friday night. God, you're pathetic. And then it's just and then it just in memes it's like but also same. I have a horrible request. Change the canceled on twitter.com to canceled on bluesky.com for comedy reasons. Put it in the to-do chat. Always be careful to pet goo creatures. Brain damage is a common way to cause mass assimilation. All right. I'm paranoid because I'm like, it's never this easy. It's never this fucking easy to just like. It's never this easy to just draw a character. Every time I do art, it's like it's always the biggest pain in the ass. Stubborn Sparrow, thank you for the follow. Welcome, Sladcheck. Glad to have you, sweet bean. So I'm like, because it's literally like my sketching phase is done and it's been fucking like 15 minutes. I'm scared. Goo is good. This is a goo appreciation space. Me not confessing to anything, y'all already know I choose to suffer for some reasons. Hold up, let me go ahead and open the pseudo ones. That way I can make sure that I have the. Welcome on, Stubborn Sparrow. Hola, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo estás? I need to practice my Spanish more because like it was actually like a lot of fun being in Garian's stream and just being like, yeah, let me go and just like casually practice his Spanish. because Starkey is listen, I'm allowed to enjoy the wonders of being goo. This is allowed. Anyway, I have a named Mizitsune. Oh, see that I need to give a name, but I can't think of one. What's a Mizitsune? Mizu makes me think. Okay, I finished the thoughts my first not safe work piece. I'm so proud of myself. Congratulations, Coatl. I was welcome on in. Glad to have you. Mizitsune, water fox. I was about to say, like, Mizu, I'm pretty sure is the Japanese word for water. I couldn't remember for sure. I was more saying that I like goo, hence the blue Pikmin emote. We love goo here. That's why like your orbification process also turns you into like slight goo. Like I said, like I imagine the orbs as being like squishy. Like you know those like rubber things that like you throw at the floor and they like flatten perfectly against it and then they reform, like they pop back into their normal shape. That's what I imagine the texture of the orbs is like. A big Leviathan that is a mix of an axolotl and fox. It makes bubbles and soap. Interesting. No Pikmin. Pikmin not allowed. Banned. Banned. Bans you. No Pikmin. Basically, it's soapy secretions. It's quite prized after. It's okay. I'm not going to ban you for throwing Pikmin. I'm just going to complain about it. I'm just going to complain the whole time. Hold up. Let me, because I need to actually adjust the, I need to adjust the YCH slightly. Because, like, this is a little bit closer. Is there a place where Quaddle posts their art? Not that I know of. I think they're usually just, they keep the art to themselves. But also, like, you know, hey, I'm sure people would love to see it. Okay, rude. They threw that one right at my beak, too. Actually, like, so ding-dang rude. Stop, no, Mystic, stop. There's too many Pikmin. I appreciate the Pikmin hugs, but, like, they do cause extreme pain. Cause I do not join Mystic. Stop, no, Chat. Chat, don't you fucking do it. Don't you do it. What is the... Well, this is weird. The borb is slowly approaching. Well, the borb fixed me. The borb was coming with medicine. Stop. Yeah, I've already been killed by Pikmin. No, don't go into the light. There's too many Pikmin. Stop. Bulge, shut up. I'm gonna die again, aren't I? No. Oh, God almighty. God give me strength. God give me patience. Okay, what are you gonna scan? Okay, whoa. That's some it's just my art style energy. That's a beak with 3 E's. And the Pigment infestation has gotten bigger. What's it, Chris?
Where the rats?
Oh no, the Pikmin infestation is getting bigger. Starky has gotten murdered by them.
Unfortunately, it's not anything new. This is par for the course. I'm used to the pain and suffering of streaming. Such is life. Do 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 do. Just plays like somber music. As my death approaches. Okay. I think the eyes were the big things. Oh, I have to also fix the Pete's. Because well, actually, like so two of these are fine. Starky's here because he wants to suffer, suffer, of course. There we go. What? Nope. There we go. Got an excellent clip out of that chaos. I'm glad. Like Loki, clipping is unironically one of the best ways to like support. Like if you're ever like, I want to support a streamer, but like I don't have the financial, I don't have the finances to do so. Clipping is unironically like one of the best ways to do so, like to provide support to a streamer for free. What's up, Chris?
Starky is here because he's court ordered to stream and will go to federal prison if he does not.
We don't got it. We're not talking about that. No, it's but also, I'm streaming because like I just enjoy being here with y'all more than anything. Like well, it's so it's the combination of like there's stuff that unfortunately like is a higher priority in my life just because real life has to come before being a gay animal on the internet. But like the combination of like schedule and just the fact that I get to hang out with people that I think are cool. It's kind of why I'm like around Twitch, I like it here. Okay. So now if we hide this. Was I on the fucking line art layer that entire goddamn time? I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I'm a villain. Okay. Delete layer. Alrighty. Now it's time to do the inking. I am. I was like, can't imagine what kind of crime do you need to commit for your punishment to be you need to stream or else you'll be thrown in prison. Why does my brain immediately jump to the idea of malfeasance, which literally just means being a dick? Why is that so funny to me? The idea that's just like, yeah, you're just an asshole. I get back just in time to use get back just in time. Use me, Starky Senpai. Oh, hold up a moment. I'm receiving a call. I'll be right back. Inking. Hold up a moment. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I am back. It. Oh, wait, hold up a moment. Am I already fucking? Wait, you ever just look at your own, be like, why? Did I line this? Are you? No, okay, you're just part of the sketch now. Hi back. God damn it. How dare you? How dare you hit me with that kind of sass? I will end you. But yeah, no, it's just like because my mom called to try and figure out stuff about like the new car purchase, and I'm like, you were literally coming over here this weekend to like figure it out. I was expecting that to be the time we were gonna figure it out, rather than, it's like, okay, I it comes from a place of love. I think that's the thing I need to take from it, is just being like, she loves me, and I just gotta accept that fact. But is it weird that like the thing that I feel the most like.
Rats. Where
Oh, what's
rats?
up, Chris?
Where the rats?
Starky, where were you on the 30th of August 2021 at 5:57 p.m? Asking for a friend/lead detective who is investigating you for crimes, but don't worry, you won't be taken to court / because the FBI are going to handle this case personally. Run.
Run. But yeah, no, Mama Bird calling for her giant chick. Welcome on in, Gadget. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Just be friends, Starky. Is that what the song's about? Just be friends, Project Diva live. Interesting. Welcome on though, Gadget. Glad to have you, sweet bean. How you doing? But yeah, like the thing about this entire situation where I'm just like, it's just like the sheer amount of fucking like time like it's a lot of extra time and effort to deal with. It's like, why the fuck, like, why the fuck do people commit, like, you know I don't mean to curse it, but like, why the fuck do people commit like insurance fraud? Shit's not worth it. Just like, I get an actual job. You're not getting that much money, my guy. I guess, to be fair, I'm just there's a joke there, but yeah, it's just like a lot. I definitely it's a little hard for me to keep track of like who I haven't. Insurance sucks, healthcare, especially healthcare, auto or whatever else. Yeah. Or it's like, okay, well, you need insurance during like the shit that happens in your life that's the worst. Why are they such assholes? You know? It's like, hey, I'm already in a bad place. Like, you don't got to be a dick about it. To be fair, insurance companies deserve fraud for legal reasons. This is a joke. Yes, in Minecraft. This Minecraft joke in my wholesome Christian stream. There we go. All right. It's kind of like it. I have become VIP, but I will never enjoy getting a boardie for myself. I mean, listen, it's only 50k points. Like hey, you've already gotten twice that amount. Like, it's just another, it's another 50k to go. I will never do any financial crime, because if there's one thing the government gets up their ass, it's money. Yeah, 700 points. Listen, we all start. It's the one, the one point at a time. To be fair, like, one thing I might do is because, like I said, a lot of some amount of this is inspired by like the way Kusa handles his yos. So like, I might do like, like in that same vein of like, oh, okay, like, well, let's do like raffles or whatever, like, to have to give people in the community some. It's one of those things where it's like, I'll kind of figure, like, this is very much a touch and go sort of redeem / situation, because
Rats.
it's kind of my first time taking on any sort of art for another person.
Speaking
What's
of
up?
insurance companies, I want to fucking decimate the general like I am talking to shit that will end up bound by the Geneva Conventions to that fucker. I want him to know unimaginable suffering that the concept of hell and eternal suffering cannot even come close to. I want him to suffer a fate where he will be begging for a death that will never come. In other words, I don't like the general.
You know, Crisp, I kind of figured as much based on what you were talking about, but tell me how you really feel. Like, what did the general do to hurt you, Soiriel? Yeah, it's like, what happened? It's like something in particular must have happened, right? Each knee, sun. Each knee, sunshine, go. I'm sorry, I'm jamming. I'm jamming a little bit. You wouldn't behoove a bird a little bit of jam. You know what? This is allowed today. I'm looking at this and I'm like, that don't look right. God damn it. Welcome on, Ivan. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. So good of you to join during Rebecca Black's Friday. Can we get a shout for Ivan art? To be honest, insurance companies should never legally have been for profit. It probably not. The answer is like if we're looking at it from like a total human, utility point of view. But also if we're looking at it from a total human utility point of view, capitalism should be fully replaced by socialism at this point. It is it is definitely outlived its utility. But like that's the conversation that like y'all ain't ready to have. Hence, all of the studies that like prove demonstrably that like one of the best things we can do as a society is have universal basic income.
Where the rats?
What's up, Chris?
Today is Friday in California. Today is Friday in California.
What does that mean?
Today is Friday in California. Today is Friday in California. Today is Friday in California.
What does it mean?
Friday in California. Today is
the-
Friday
the-
in California.
the sentence,
Today is
Chris, what does it
Friday
mean?
in California. Today is Friday in California. Today is Friday in California. Slash.
What does that mean? I think I've seen that meme, and I have no idea what it means. Bang. Shoot. Take the shot. Chris was gonna go shopping in Reno Drive. Fun, 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 fun. I like the part where she just says the word fun. He doesn't know, Sag. I don't. You're just right. It's the silly meme where the cop monster in a Super Sentai says today's fine day in California, but sounds like today's Friday in California. Oh my god. That's actually really silly. Comes afterwards. There we go. Okay, I think I saw a few memes on that. Been a while though. Did I really come into stream on Friday? It's playing Wiggleman and Fatal Claim. Is that a sweet pan? Let me see who. Is it Cam Cool? It's fucking Kasai. Kasai is to blame for this. Kasai, if people give you shit, you're not allowed to time them out for it. You deserve the shit that you might receive. Okay, hold up a moment. We've got a meme view request because I'm very lost about Friday in California. Let me go and take a quick pause to Friday. What I is Google trash? Nowadays, absolutely. Google is like actually not a functional website anymore. What? I like how the nurse, my favorite character in this scene are the nurses. who are not at all. The nurses are not at all perturbed. Having been raised by a nurse, I can 100% confirm that that is a accurate nurse representation. Defo going to the Butler team. Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. Because, like, what the fuck what even is any of that? I definitely have learned that, like, I know fucking nothing about, like, Sentai shows. Because of, like, one of the anime that's, like, popular this season is, the Red Ranger gets isekai'd. What's up, Chris? Or, sorry, what's a button?
The cream. And let me point.
The cream.
The cream.
The cream.
The cream.
The cream of the crop.
The cream.
The cream.
The cream.
Anyways, give him the cream. Super Sentai is more interesting than Power Rangers? Probably. Fifth option is Google Trash. Yes, yep, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And fifth yes option. I like how fifth yes option is, like, very clearly in the lead. There we go. Welcome on an Akabor. Thank you, sweet Dan. We are vibin'. We are orbin'. We do be doing an orb. It's very orbular these days.
Spin!
You know what? You know what? I'm about to say some wild shit. I kind of miss the one Buddy Holly a stream, and I'm probably the only person that's true for. That's one mighty snoot. It's I'm allowed my Borbs message to be the word shit. I will allow it. I'll allow it. But that one's getting extra scrungled. Because I am gonna try to apply a, like, flange filter over it, which is one of the type of filters that I use that's used for the summon Borb. I know Starky's got Stockholm syndrome. Y'all don't tell Starky the Stockholm Buddy Holly syndrome. What do you listen? It's like it was, you know, hey, it was endemic of the streams. Like it was used through so many of them, but it's like it's like kind of earned almost like this positive association because I now associate it with, like, the experience of being on stream and hanging with y'all. I'm not reviving the bit. Do not tell a Borb what I've done. What did you do? What did you do? What have you done? But no, like, what actually are you doing? I still like the idea of just, like, what if we just gave you, like, a fucking, like built ass chin. It's like, it's clearly incorrect. Song cue. How bad can I be, the Lorax? Oh, god damn it. Why? That's the only question I have. It's not even, like, I'm not, you know... Orbs. There's something, like, so pleasant about just drawing these things. Actually. All the single furries? Okay, all the single furries is getting skipped. Listen, why not? I'm fine with it, but also, I can't, like, chat's gonna revolt. Like, that's one that's, like, I've tanked the cringe enough on Papa streams that I don't give a shit anymore. I've been broken of my ability to cringe at all about that song. So, like, I'm fine with it, but chat's gonna be like, please skip you, and I'm gonna have to, you know? I'm a bird of the people. If Kosai gets all the single phrase it deserves, Seabat Jazz version, then yes. You see, Kosai, I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to skip it. I have to skip it, because we have to draw the line somewhere. This is like this. If I remember correctly, there's over 100 versions of Ram Ranch from what I think of the same guy. And we go and nuke it from the queue. Farewell, single fairies. I don't draw lines, I draw spheres. I mean, having spotted your having seen your artwork, yes, I can confirm that is accurate. This one's so good. Fireflies, but it's low quality. I'll allow a low quality meme so long as they're not super loud. You say that like you're committing a Thanos snap at any furry who's single. Farewell, single furries. Oh god damn it! The fucking hand tracking just gave up. There we go. It's like the hand tracking struggles more with my left hand. This one is worse than All I Want for Christmas Is You. Is You one? How Starky snaps himself now? I guess. Finally, death. Listen, sometimes you got to do it to yourself. It's like I had to do it to him, except the him in this instance is me. What? This is like I feel like these like these Final Fantasy IX songs are just like I keep getting like jump scared by them. Welcome on, Oceana. Glad to have you, sweetie. Not that they're bad. It's just like I don't know. They're so different than the vibe of everything else that gets put on these streams. I'm always just like, what the? Who's playing some fucking like classical music? Hello? In my stream, classical music. I perish the thought. Well, welcome on, Oceana. Glad to have you, sweetie. We are vibing. I'm currently drawing Aether. We are orbifying Aether. Also, we're about to run our first set of 3-minute ads. We run those every hour to turn off pre-rolls so people don't immediately get hit by ads as soon as they join the stream. Because that's no fun for anyone. There we go. Fine, you get Mercy. Katamari Damacy. Na 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 Katamari Damacy. Sorry, he's gone mad with power, borbifying everyone around him. Listen. The first two were requested. The third one is a forced borbification. With the Soriel is getting borbed by value of the fact that someone else has requested him to be borbed. We'll see where this redeem ends up though, because like I do want to do like a lot of like channel friends. Do like for example Ivan, Kusa, Da, Pabmut, Mari. I could make her a Shorb. She would be the Shark Orb. Just like basically like hit as many stream friends as possible. Wait, I have a horrible idea for my voice line. Please let me do a cutoff SCP femur breakers scream. That's really funny, actually. Do what with channel friends? Orbify them. I will stop you, Starky. How are you gonna stop me from orbifying you? You can't just pat your tummy like that's gonna distract me from making you more orbular. I'm a man on a mission, and my mission is orb. I decided no one can force me into a sphere. I'm trying to think if I have I'm pretty sure I have somewhere in our messages a visual reference for you, Kasai. He's like the one of those sculptures of a cube mouth open animal where they put an incense disc inside. I failed. Starky can make a big dad bod clone of himself to cuddle. Okay, the question is who did it. It's fucking Soriel, god damn it. The clown music. So Chris.
Look, Starky, it's your theme song.
I fucking hate it here. I can't have shit, man. I'm trying to have a good day. I'm trying to draw fucking orbs, and y'all making fucking clown jokes. Can't have shit. Can't have shit in my own fucking stream. Not the clown emoji. No. I am I am devastated. The fucking clown emoji. Why is the clown emoji like the single most emotionally devastating emoji? It's like the fucking can't have shit in reach. I've seen a regime that toggles the clown onto the VTuber. But yeah, no. I feel like the clown emoji is like is now like the single most damaging emoji. I think next the next because like when I see a clown emoji, I'm like, oh no, someone has been destroyed. When I see like I think it's like usually like Gen Alpha. It's like usually the kids that are like they just send like skull emojis. Whenever someone sends like 3 skull emojis, my brain immediately just like I immediately like hover my fucking cursor over the like a ban button, waiting for the next message. It's like there's certain things where it's like as a mod, like you know it just triggers like an initial response to be like this person is going to say some shit that will get them banned immediately. Yeah, it's the fucking I don't know what is the goddamn it's the skull emoji, man. It's for whatever fucking reason. It's like always like fucking like 6th graders that think they're trying to be edgy, being like, "Oh, go die," and I'm just like, "Okay, cool, congratulations." Yeah, I get it, I understand. Long division's hard. We all have our fucking struggles, man. This was not an invitation to skull spam my chat. I hate it here. Can't have shit in my own stream. Broke the skull. 6th graders, the average anti-furry. Yeah, I mean, unironically, like that is my experience with anti-furries. Usually, they're just like, you know, they're just kids. Like their parents don't give a shit about them, which like is sad, but you know, no Stark, you can shit in your own stream. Listen, I've lived the experience of being the piss streamer. We're not becoming the shit streamer. The I'm glad that the piss streamer bit is like so far gone. I can now make jokes about it. Don't forget the second people, homophobic people. Fiber streaming, let's go. God, fiber streaming is the shit streamer. God damn it. That's a good joke, and I hate it. You ever see a joke that just makes you mad? Because it's really good, it's also incredibly dumb. Hey Stark, you want to see a biblically accurate emoji? Is it gonna be the pregnant man? Is it gonna be pregnant man? Is it gonna be man holding pregnant belly? Oh my god. Because yes, apparently that is a fucking emoji. Whoever makes the emoji decisions, 100% into mpreg. Stop. I'm not a clown. Stop with the clowns. I should not have given my mods management privileges. Biblically accurate. Stop. No, I was specifically requested no pregnant men in my stream. Who posted my pregnant? You know what? Fuck no, I'm dedicated to this dumb bit now. Who posted my pregnant man on Twitter.com? You ever just like know you're committing a mistake as a pregnant person, not a pregnant man? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, of course. It was pregnant person. I was incorrect. Who posted my pregnant person on Twitter, on Twitch.tv? Damn it. Is that fucking hold up, I was there. That's pregnant man. These are the same. It's the same fucking thing, but they colored his shirt green, and that makes him. Why is that masculine? I fucking hate. I hate this stream. Wait, that's not an emoji. I mean, Sorial, I'm pretty sure you have like editor privileges for 7TV on this chat or on this stream. The only we do a fixed better TTV. I think the only issue with the 7TV emotes is I'm green. Does that make me? I mean, listen, Mystic. You know, I'm not gonna assume your gender. I don't know what site to use. But yeah, so like I think the only issue is right now is I need to figure out like hold up a moment. Let's fucking let's get distracted briefly. OBS how to see 7TV emotes. 7TV add-on for OBS Studio. Suggest running your normal Chrome browser and only use BTTV. You can open the chat settings in OBS cog icon. Okay. Franker face Z control center. I don't fucking switch to non-mod settings. Better TTV. Better TTV. Nope. Welcome on, Ash. I'll glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Does that make Starky the father now? I don't like that question. But welcome on in. Welcome on in, Sweet. Glad to have you too. Franker face. Inside OBS, navigate to your chat dock. Settings gear on the chat dock. Scroll down to Better Twitch TV settings. And scroll down to 7TV emotes. And there we go. Enables unlisted emotes for the third party. Okay. There we are. Now I should be able to see them. A Boar Bomb Battlefield. Yes, okay, I can see the dancing SpongeBob. Perfect. Now I just need to fix the fucking chat up here, which is gonna be like my eternal struggle. I can see Sponge Please. I don't what is that one? Okay, it is Sponge Please. I hate how I'm like whomst added that emote. Can you see this? Mpreg? Is that fucking Godzilla? Why is it so wide? I don't like wide Mpreg. That's a fucking I hate that you guys have made me say that sentence. That sentence sucks. It is a truly, truly terrible sentence. But Mpreg be wide. Okay, so I do have to draw the fluff. Hold up. I'm just gonna steal the fluff that I drew for. Hold up, let me hide you. We're gonna add it to the base. There you go. Is that Superman being the one held by Godzilla? I don't like. You know what? I suddenly regret enabling. I profoundly regret the idea of enabling fucking 7TV emotes and giving my mods the ability to add them. I do not want to. Hey, look! It kind of looks like Henry Cavill. Oh my god. Hoot has been added to the chat. I wonder who added that one, Soyreal. That is a very Soyreal coded emote. There we go. It shows who added it. Not on my side. I just looked it up. Someone did AI Superman and Godzilla Mpreg. That's why, you know, I never thought I would I hate that I'm saying this, but I never thought that like I would miss the days of human-made fucking art of I guess Godzilla Mpregging Superman, because at least it was made by a human. A human went through the fucking effort of making that disaster. There's passion, there's energy that went into drawing your own Mpreg, and now the goddamn computer can do it. It's like you've removed all the comedic value of the meme, because half of the funny was the fact that like you're putting so much effort into making something that sucks. AI doesn't understand the process and passion that it takes to make Mpreg art. That is a sentence that has been said on my stream. May God have mercy on our soul. Our collective soul. By the way, I probably should have mentioned this. By being in this stream, you are agreeing to sell me your mortal soul. So like that's Can we find a different Mpreg emote? Yeah, please. If there's a different Mpreg emote, let's go ahead and not have the AI one. Starky, be the Mpreg you want to see in the world. Isn't there like Kofu Preg or something that's like on fucking like let's grab the Kofu Preg. Do I need to message Kofu and be like, hey, do you mind if I steal your Mpreg, your pregnant emote? So that way we don't use the AI one. What a fucking message. What a fucking message that would be to send. Yes, please. Or yes, dude. Hello, just wanted to drop by to say hi as I can't stay. Thanks for stopping by, Ileana. I'm so sorry you joined into that. Have a wonderful evening, you sweet bean. I really appreciate you for stopping by. God Almighty. May God have mercy on my soul. Yeah, I want to find a Lapis X Godzilla artwork. You can remove the next emote, but I just want to add it somewhere. Oh, merciful God, what is it? I'm scared. It's like I just like this is like y'all are adding. Fuck you has been added to the chat. No, we're keeping that one. That one stays around. That one's incredible. That one has a very specific energy. This is chat. Whatever I say some dumb shit. Like this is a very important part of the stream process is for chat being able to express their displeasure. I think it's on E6 to be honest. Do you? Okay. I was made aware that one of my pieces did land on E6. So I was like, Mpreg has hold up. This is a very important screenshot. I need to screenshot the message Mpreg has been removed from chat. This is the single most important screenshot I've ever taken. Mpreg has been added to the chat. Hold up, this hold up, this is I'm sorry. This is one of those I have to turn into a blue sky moments. Thank you for SpongeBob Mpreg. I never thought that this would be this would be where we're at. There we go. The fucking post made. I'm so sorry. Starky DMing you. I fucking watch that be like one of my fucking like because it's the weirdness about like posting dumb shit on the internet. It's like the things that do really well are either like incredibly high effort things or dumb shit like that. If that ends up being like my most like blue sky post, I think I'm cooked, chat. I think it's just fucking over for me. All right, what are you sending me? Framer breaker only screen scream. Is okay, well it's not pregnant. Well, it's not pregnant is a hell of a thing to say, but like here we are. I think it's saying something if that happens. Starky, you realize you brought this onto yourself. I should not have given my mods chat, like my mods power. We really need a proper 17 Starky 17 Mpreg. I don't like Mpreg. I don't get it. It's on the list of like I don't know, man. I'm not into it. Serve has been added to the chat. What is this? Is it am I being cursed at in Polish? Oh, it's Friday. Today is Friday in California. My face when I can add emotes to the chat. I mean, isn't there the Tumbly one? By the way, what do you need to add 7TV? 7TV is like so it's a to your stream, I mean. So you have to make an account on 7TV. I think that's like the only thing you need. Huh? I'm a big fan of the huh. Okay, cool. To my stream. Wait, Astral, you stream? And you didn't tell me? Mods, shout this man out. Shout him out. I fucking that has done emotional damage. I need you to understand the level of emotional damage of experiencing for gore. Mods, shout this man out. Shout out this bear. I think you're a bear, Sona, if memory serves. To be fair, I started like last week after a bit of testing. Oh, that's fair. That makes sense. I was like, because I don't know why. Like, there's certain people that get like bundled in my mind. I think it's because like usually I see them like at about the same time when they're hanging out on Twitch. Because like I feel like you and Sortier joined like DA streams at about the same time. Like when I first started modding for him. So like in my mind, like the two of you are paired for whatever reason. I was like, I knew Sortier streamed, but I was pretty sure that you didn't, because I would have probably I feel like I would have been made aware of that sooner, but oh yeah, I'm all over the place. It's definitely like, trust me, I'm the same way. Where there's definitely times where I'm like, someone says hi to me like 3 times, and I'm like, hello. There we go. That's the new button. I'm just building the economy. I mean, I started very recently, so I haven't done that big of an effort to promote myself. Oh, it's, hey, listen, I'm glad to be one of the first people to shout you out. Then does Onceler Mpreg? I probably shouldn't finish. If you're asking if Onceler Mpreg exists on the internet, the answer is yes. I'm up. Okay, let me go ahead and fucking let me go and hit you with some unfortunate truths. Every single Tumblr sexy man on the internet has been drawn pregnant. There is not a single Tumblr sexy man who is who is well known by the internet who has not been drawn pregnant. Not a one. Hi. What is this? Fireflies, but it's low quality. Source? I don't fucking. Listen, man, this is a vibes-based economy in here. Like, I've got fucking sources for you. What do you think this is? Like, fucking, do you think this is Wikipedia? That's Spiral. I'm gonna be honest with you. This one might be a skip. This sucks. But now I'm scared about the fact of Mpreg Reagan. Oh, Mpreg Reagan 100% exists. This is a skip for me. It's so it is very crunchy, but it's also crunchy to the point of like genuine physical pain. So next Audi 5000. So crunchy that was damn is good. Can I make one request? Can we please get minor spelling mistake? Minor spelling mistake is very important. Like that is culturally important. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Oceano. Good. Okay, good. That one's already been added. first emote I added. It is culturally speaking, it is culturally significant to have that one on the list. Starky Mods has been added to the chat. What is Oh my, it's the fucking Chad meme, but with the goddamn sword icon. The the Chad mod is powerful. I respect it. Also, feel free to add like the really, really long ones. So like SpongeBob standing staring to the left. Those ones are good too. Because they're just nonsense for anyone who joins who doesn't have 7TV. As a mobile user, I see nothing. Yeah, unfortunately there isn't like a 7TV there isn't like a 7TV like mobile version. Because I definitely would have added that to my own viewing experience. Hi, I know your home address and where you sleep has been added to the chat. I fucking hate that. I hate that fucking. That's some shit from like the Smile game or whatever the fucking like y'all. It's I don't actually know what it was called off the top of my head, but it's like it's like a game that would like I saw like Markiplier play or whatever. It's just like wholesome but also very clearly like a horror game. Stop. I hate this. That's the worst one so far. This is my least favorite emote on the stream. Hi, I'm StarkyMorph, and this is my least favorite emote on the stream. Between that and fuck you is such incredible energy, low-key. I'm cultivating a chat that is just incredibly hostile to me. We need the Sonic CD turn. Starky makes a tier list of the emotes. It's one of those things where it's like we only get like how many slots do we get by default? Like 100, and then I have to pay money if we want to get more. I think I have to have like a 7TV subscription to get up to like I think 500 if memory serves. Like I have not necessarily looked at the pricing model of that yet. Hold up, this is getting bumped. I'm obligated, legally speaking, to bump the volume of this one. My voice has been fucking cracking all day, so do not expect me to try to sing anything with any sort of like semblance. Na 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 katamari damashi. Na 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 katamari damashi. Na 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 katamari damashi. Pokemon Aether Wolf, I'm glad I had you, Sweet Beans. Katamari, but it's cupcake. Aether, it you. Hold up, yeah, there we go. There's the hair. It you. We're making you into Orbular. Starky, would you volunteer to the Katamari? Aw, cute. Also, I've never played a Katamari game in my life. I'm so sorry, please don't be mad at me. The cops have come to arrest me, sorry, but I must leave. Has been added to the chat. That is a spectacular emote. Oh my god. But yeah, no. Currently we're in the process of lining, and then we're gonna get over to the like I'll work on the coloring. This is actually going like relatively quickly. I'm just to a degree where I'm like a little freaked out.
Wah.
It's just, he's so sad because the police have arrived. And like, yes, you were sitting outside of my house, so like I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna be like, sad you're gone, but also. Ooh, leveling up, I see. Yeah. Well, to be fair, I think it also is like, so like I think I'm understanding now why some artists do a lot of YCH stuff, is because it's like a lot easier to like, if you have like a sketch base, you only have to like basically sketch in the details. Because like it means like I don't have to redo like the entire shape of the body. I just have to add in like your hair, because you don't have necessarily have like, you don't have a lot of accessories from the look of it. Because it's a lot of it in like in the face, like the shape of the face. Like the a lot of it's in the shape and then in the coloration. You know what I just realized? I didn't give Suda eyebrows. What happens if I give Suda eyebrows? Millie's a very simple guy. You know what? I respect the design. What the fuck? What is happening here? Same color as hair, so they'd be white. Speaking of white, I don't know why it happened. Would they also have like the kind of cyan tips you've got going on here? It's a good thing that I'm noticing this now, because like this is the kind of thing where it's like it would be a huge pain in the ass if I'd done a whole bunch of these. Eccentricities with his appearance depend on theme, kind of sleeping with the Dreamwalker concept. I mean, it's definitely like I said, it's like a fun design. I think he's a very adorable wolf. No cyan on them. Okay. Oh, you're making me blush, which isn't difficult by any stretch, but still. There we go. There we go. I remember searching that. Okay. Now I just have to do the same over here in a way that looks like. Okay, I like it. I think it needs to be moved down slightly. Anyone else feel like eating everything in sight? Just me? I don't remember searching that. Why did Fairly Odd Parents Secret Wish Vor show up in my search results? What the fuck? Hey, so much Final Fantasy 9 music. I love it. I have not played a single Final Fantasy, so I'm just kind of enjoying the. Was I painting on the goddamn? Please, 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 no, no, no! No, I can't be on the wrong layer. I was on the wrong layer. Fuck. Fine. the fucking past Kasai scares me. Is there a wrong layer emote? No, you just take a shot every time I draw on the wrong layer, and then by the end of the stream, you've passed away. because I do it a lot. Wrong layer. Time to take a shot of vodka. Hold up. What the fuck? Because like there's like weird transparencies. I assume I must have been like erasing something, but I don't know necessarily how it came out so clean if I was just erasing stuff. All right, make sure I'm on the right. I was on the wrong layer. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Wrong layer's been added to the chat. God damn it. Well, it's official. You know how it's something to do when I fuck up. There we go.
Rats, we're rats.
What's up, Chris?
We're the rats.
New drinking game, take a shot every time someone says something cursed.
You will definitely die if you do that to this stream. I can't drink at the moment, but I'll sip water. You know, honestly, smart. Chat, you better be also drinking water. Otherwise, I'll find you. I'll find you, and I will look at you with a look of like slight disappointment because you're not committing self-care. You would die of alcohol poisoning in the 5 minutes if you do that. It depends. It depends on what the current topic is, like when you choose to start. Hold up, let me just fucking let's do the easy thing for ourselves. What the fuck do you?
Not.
Would you press the button if you got the Scribble Notes notebook from someone in the world? It gives you the death note.
Not.
That was a whole wrong layer situation. It's fine. It's fine. The layer situation is fixed. Like me. Someone in the world got a death note, but I got the Scribble Knots. Probably? Well, okay, it depends. Do I know who gets the death note? If the answer is no, statistically speaking, it wouldn't necessarily go into actively bad hands. The further removed said user is from you, the more unhinged the user. Hmm. That's an interesting question. What if I press it and get both? What the fuck is this song? It kind of sucks. Twice Pataxi Remix. Fancy. Wow, Big Macro Bird. Welcome on in, Digi. Glad to have you, Sweeping Goose Shepherd, Digiwolf. I can understand some of this. It just sounds like weird to me for whatever reason. And is I don't think it's Spanish. So it's definitely a cupcake edit. It sounds like Chinese to me. Yeah, like that segment like there was like that sounded very Chinese-esque. How about that? How's that look? There we go. You got eyebrows now. I heard pretty clear some sailor words of Spanish. It just cuts off. You know what? I respect it. I'm going to copy this to the base. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. That explains it. What is it with me and layers tonight? Jesus tap dancing Christ. This is me by fucking worst so far. There we go. Glad to see you safe. Yeah. It's like did you by chance like just see the were you able to sort out the insurance? Unfortunately, no. Well, okay, kind of. I called them and I told them, and then they were supposed to come and pick up my car today, and I don't think they did. So my car's just sitting there, and I'm just like, hey, I it's probably the kind of thing I need to call tomorrow about. Step on them. Unfortunately, I can't imagine that's a good way to work with insurance. Do you think people who work for insurance are particularly prone to having macro kinks? I need to pick up my D&D character, and I'm considering if Google Images something akin for hours or go to the dark side for something good enough. No, it's not. Do not go to the dark side. Wild thing to wonder. What do you mean wild thing to wonder? All I'm wondering is if it's if it's it's if someone shows up and they're like step on them and I'm suddenly having an interesting career change to insurance. Don't know why. Listen, we're allowed to have some respectful steppies. I found an Otonoke cupcake remix, but it's more of a mashup than a remix. Well, on the topic of macro furs, why is there no art of them destroying stuff like gated communities or other awful buildings? Why is it always apartments and such? That's a good question, actually. Like that is like a sincerely good question. Oh, hold up a moment. I didn't even fucking finish Suda's thing because I need to fill the eyebrows in. Okay. Go to color. And then bucket fill you. There we go. Let me go ahead and export this again, and then I will save it. I will send it over to Suda. Probably because those buildings are tall. Curious what Starky was about to say. I'll be honest with you, the thoughts completely left my head. Skyscrapers give off dramatic vibes. Yeah, I think it's like largely because it's like, oh, gated communities, they all tend to be like, 2 stories on average, maybe 3, depending on how fucking affluent the gated community is. But like, it's like, oh, if you want to feel macro, like you put yourself in the big cities with the skyscrapers, that way you feel really big. Where's Suda? You're Shra. Where's Suda? There's Suda. And sends you a bun. All right, save and back to Aether. This is just an experiment in ADHD. But yeah, nope, that's not the right layer. Oh, okay, it is the right layer, but not the right color. This is not that. Hey, I managed to dodge a single wrong layer moment. I really should sketch my kobold. Yeah, because like here's the thing. If you were to turn to the dark side, I would have to time you out just like on contractual levels. As per your contract, if you do some whack ass shit like that, I have to send you to the Shadow Realm. But like on top of that, like if you actually want to get better at art, you just have to practice. Which is it sucks because practicing art's difficult. It sucks to get past the part of art where like you really feel like you're struggling and having a bad time, but like it is like unironically the best way to. It's like it's the best way to like make the progress you want to see. Had to step away. Did I miss something? I figured I had to give you eyebrows. Basically, you missed me fixing Suda's. That way I could include eyebrows on him. Because I realized eyebrows kind of important for character design. Is there any other, like, facial features I missed? Eyebrows, eyes, nose, mouth, maw, ears, fluff, hair. Okay, I think I got everything. He was no help at all, 'cause he's 3 kobolds in a trench coat. One's on the bottom, strong is he. 2's in the middle, carrying 3. 3's pretending not to be 3 kobolds in a trench coat. Gotcha. Thank you. No problem. Like I said, I want to make sure that these are like, I want to make sure these are super nice. Because like, they're like a celebration of my community. So I want to make sure that they all look good. And that like, I'm like, part of why I was like so thrown off is because, welcome on Hunter, good to have you, Sweeping. Part of why I was so thrown off with the sketching phase is because like, usually my sketches take multiple hours to get someplace I'm happy. And then B, it's because I want to make sure that I'm giving an appropriate amount of time to all of these. Starky's 3 Borbs in a lab coat. Kronos, you just can't just go telling people that. I'm definitely not 3 Borbs in a lab coat. Definitely. Colborbs. Let me lower, like, hold on a moment. I'm kind of doing this on hard mode because I'm trying to use like weight. I guess to be fair, that this is a way to train that skill, is to like use a thicker brush and force yourself to actually like, because like I need to get better with line weighting. I guess to be fair, something like this is probably like good when I want to go faster. He's like a trillion little Borbs in a trench coat. But unironically, like now that I think about it, like, yeah, this is actually like a pretty good, practice to make sure I'm getting my like weight painting right. Or not weight, because weight painting is like a very specific 3D term. I'm not necessarily super sure what it means. Because I'm very I basically know nothing about 3D. But like, listen, you can't just go around spreading malicious lies like that. I am definitely not three Borbs in a lab coat. It's a libel. So actually, like I've actually gotten back into watching anime again. I've been watching it Dot and Deities, and that show is fucking wild. Actually, I don't know why this reminds. I guess because it's very anime. Like it's giving anime opening this song. Stark is a million Borbs in a Borb coat. Actually, that one is honestly kind of correct. That one is actually lore accurate. I gotta make dinner. Go take care of yourself, you sweet bean. Thank you for hanging out and moderating chat. We have salads. Honestly, like I think like when like because like as a kid you're like ew salad, like it's just vegetables. As an adult, I'm like, yo, salad kind of fucking slaps. Like salad, red onions, like lettuce, red onions, carrots, some broccoli, like put some grilled chicken on there, Thousand Island or like a vinaigrette. Fucking shit slaps. Eventually, all of us will be a billion of Borbs in lab coats once Starkey drones us for misbehaving. Now, as a kid, I liked veggies. Not actually. To be fair, as a kid, I was like, I was one of those. I was in my family. I was the picky eater. Not because I'm actually picky. In fact, I tend to be pretty good about like eating whatever. My issue with eating as a kid is I struggle a lot with like traditional like home style cooking, which is a lot of like meat, potatoes. And that was basically all my parents made growing up. I still don't like raw veggies. I can do raw veggies. I definitely prefer my veggies cooked. Actually, kids hate veggies because adults suck at cooking them. Honestly, that is more or less an accurate take. Starkey's not made of atoms. He's made of microborbs. Well, the microborbs are made of atoms, but that at that point that's a semantic argument. Okay. Should we get salad tomorrow? I was because like I was trying to figure out what I wanted to make for dinner next week. Because I just like I can't I'm gonna have to eat in basically like every day next week. But I also like have no time this weekend because I'm having family visit. I'm going out with friends Saturday for grocery shopping and D&D, and then family visiting Sunday. So I'm like, well, I have no time, and also I need to make sure that I have something good to eat. So I was like, we'll fall back on some classic easy recipes, which for me is the spam musubi bake. People just be slapping canned veggies on the plate and blaming children for saying it sucks. They just know how to make veggies good. So like so many steamed veggie dishes, yeah. I would say like if I think if there's a type of cuisine that has like that does really good work with veggies, I think it's usually some kind of Asian food. A lot of like stir fries, a lot of a lot of doing stuff to the veggies like to actually give them like texture and flavor. I agree with you on most accounts except for bell peppers. I am also a huge proponent of bell pepper slander. Bell pepper is a shit ass vegetable. Its only good use case is paprika. That is the only reason bell peppers need to exist. Peppered baked potatoes, yum. I can't. I struggle with potatoes. I would rather do like a bread or like any other form of carbohydrate, like a pasta or something. Bell pepper isn't even a veggie; it's a fruit. My mom used to make stuffed bell peppers, which are bell pepper stuffed with meatloaf. Yuck. I don't like meatloaf either. Meatloaf is definitely a texture thing for me. If you can make something that can somehow overpower the smell of bell peppers, then it'll all be good. It's like, yeah, bell pepper is such a fucking strong flavor that like, because it's like it's not necessarily a bad flavor. The problem is it fucking overpowers every single thing, every single other flavor in the dish. Is that the dish just becomes bell pepper with a fucking it tries to be the main star of every dish, and it's not good enough to justify that. Legit, I don't care that parenting is hard. If your kid eating veggies is the problem, L plus ratio plus skill issue plus you suck at cooking. Yeah, I never liked meatloaf. Just the texture is wrong. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Like it's like so one of the joys of like living on your own is being able to cook for yourself. And I can definitely say like I've never once wanted to make myself meatloaf. I've never craved the concept of meatloaf. It's like it is just it is functionally a dish that does not enter my cooking repertoire in the slightest. I fucking hate these fruit and vegetable labels so much. Be consistent. The problem is fruit were literally just a way of getting around import taxes. Like the label, or no, sorry, vegetable. Vegetable is exclusively a culinary term because it was used to evade import taxes. Fruits are real, veggies ain't. It's so like literally because like the idea was like, oh, there's like an import tax for fruits, and they're like, but it's not a fruit, it's a vegetable, which has like no fucking meaningful like differentiation. I'm super passionate because I never hated veggies. My mom always made it good. Yeah, I'm aware of it's still annoying. Yeah, yet another reason that capitalism sucks shit. You check it off your bingo card. Check it off your bingo card. Starky complains about capitalism. It's here. We did it. We did the thing. We did it, everyone. Complains about capitalism. So if veggies aren't veggies, what are they? It's vegetation. I mean, that is, botanically speaking, both fruits and veggies would fall under the general broad category of vegetation. Because like a lot of the time, but not always, fruits are like fruits, botanically speaking, are like, okay, you have, it's basically like the part of the plant that has the seeds in it that needs to make itself appealing to consume so that way the seeds spread. That from a botanical point of view is like what a fruit is. So like tomato is a fruit, avocado is a fruit, bananas are fruits, because like they're basically like trying to get a specific entity to eat and spread the seeds. But and then like the vegetable would basically be the rest of, so it'd be like the roots of, like, you have the potatoes, the carrots, parsnips, turnips, those are all root vegetables. And then you have like the leaves, which is like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, lettuce. Like, now bell peppers cut up and used in the stir fry are just delish. Same with like, I fucking love mushrooms. I'm pretty free to myself. Honestly, same. Listen, if I wasn't supposed to be fruity, why are men so hot? Fucking explain that shit. There we go. Borb is melon shaped after all. Mushroom is so good. So my big thing, preach Starky, preach. My big thing with mushrooms is like, mushroom flavor is good. You have to do something with mushroom texture though. Because mushroom texture comes in two flavors: soft and squishy, or wood, like just wooden. So you need to do something. I'm bi. Why is everyone hot? So you have to do something with the texture of a mushroom in order to make it appealing. The flavors, truffle is mid. Truffle is great. It just needs to be. You need to be very careful in considering when you're using it. You can't. Yeah, you basically can't overcook mushrooms. because like they don't have like a cellular structure in the same way that like vegetables do. So like they it's like, okay, at some point they'll burn, sure, but like if you boil, if you keep a mushroom heated up in like a closed system of water for like a decade, that mushroom will still have the same texture. And so and also like mushrooms are like, everyone's like, oh, tofu's a flavor sponge. It's good. You just have to put a flavor. No, that's I enjoy tofu, actually. I enjoy it. Like I think tofu is genuinely like tasty when prepared correctly. Uh it you need to look at it as something different than a meat substitute that is, because texturally speaking, it's not a great substitute for meat, and flavor speaking, it's not a great substitute for meat. Remember, mushrooms are an extant form of life that does not know death. I need to start making 100-year pickling jar. Mushroom is made of fibrous keratin-like material, which is spongy, which soaks up liquid like crazy. Stinky tofu is a favorite of mine. I don't think I've ever had stinky tofu. Tofu is more like potato. Yeah, yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at. Like tofu is a little bit more like potatoes than it is like a meat. And in part of where this tangent came from is that mushroom is unironically a flavor sponge. You soak a mushroom in chicken stock. That is going to be the most chickeny mushroom you've ever eaten. It's an acquired taste. I think so. My big issue with tofu is I can't do anything less than firm, because silken, soft, and normal tofu they make me upset on a textural level. Firm tofu and extra firm tofu, though, fire. I want to cook mushrooms now. I've never had tofu. It's like it's just kind of like an earthy flavor thing going on with it. Only opportunity I had to try tofu was a dish I can only describe as Japanese vinegar broth. That sounds fucking spectacular. I'm gonna be honest with you. We're about to run our second set of 3-minute ads. We run those every hour to turn off pre-rolls so people don't immediately get nuked when they join, because that's no fun for anyone. Go grab a snack, go get some water. It wasn't. Listen, I'm the kind of psych. I enjoy drinking pickle juice. I'll admit it. I'm one of those psychopaths. Mushroom flavor is also an enigma, since depending on how it's dried, it has a different flavor. I need to make use of the dried shiitakes I have. Do dried mushrooms go bad? Hey chat, does anyone know if dried mushrooms go bad?
Where the rats?
What's up, Chris?
Daily reminder that furry art can be abbreviated as F-art, so enjoy your fart.
You are correct. Pickle juice. Why are you taking notes about me enjoying pickle juice? It's like, it's not necessarily I thought I was the only one. Well, it's because it's I'm assuming it's probably like people who like have like a low sodium intake, which like I try. It's like for whatever reason my body just naturally filters out sodium really, really hard. I think it's something to do with my antidepressants. It tasted like vinegar. It smelled like vinegar. It was so strong, only my dad could brave it. I fucking love vinegar. I am a. I'll admit it. I'm a psychopath when it comes to some kinds of food. Here, let me go and give you just a slight smile. Okay. I will admit my greatest shame, in regards to food. Okay, Kit Kat bars. You know Kit Kat bars. For mini-sized Kit Kat bars, I will just bite into them like a fucking monster. If it's two fucking if it's just like two, it's like a Kit Kat bar that's like just two of the fucking things, I'm not fucking splitting it in half. For full-size Kit Kat bars, I'll like break off the things. Welcome on in, Denry Rider. Glad to have you, Sweeping. If it's like full-size Kit Kat bars, I'll break off them one by one and like enjoy them. If it's like It's like a 2-inch long, like 1 by 1, like the fucking, two goddamn Kit Kat bars next to each other. I'm not splitting that shit in half. Are you fucking crazy? Sorry, can I pickle you in a lactic acid brine? No. I've had to lower my sodium intake a lot. I used to eat a lot of potted meat as a kid, and I went to try it again and saw the sodium levels on the label. I was like, whoa. Yeah, it's something to do with like I think like if memory serves, like SSRIs actually like limit how much your body uptakes sodium. The mini Kit Kats I can consume in 2 bites anyway. It's like, yeah, it's what the fuck is the point? Full size Kit Kat bars though. If you chomp into a full size Kit Kat bar like you're trying to leave fucking teeth marks for the police, you're a psychopath. That's where I'm at with that one. If anyone was curious. Welcome on in, Nibis. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. We are vibing. We are drawing orbs. Orb. I get all my sodium from potato chips and fries and also Asian food. I need to make use of this the monosodium glutamate I got from an Asian market. I think this is the first time I've seen the new model. Yeah, this is this new model made by Peepo. I think it turned out really, really well. So I'm very excited to finally have it and like showed off for y'all. Oh, this is a cute orb. Yeah. I'm currently this is a redeem I'm adding now where people can become orbs and join this stream. I need to add so basically the idea is like for like 50k channel points, I'll turn you into an orb and then I'll add you to the spin redeem. All right. I think the lining is done. Yeah, lining's done. Fun fact, MSG is vegan. That's actually kind of a fun fact, yeah. Need to get some MSG. Remember, despite what middle-aged men say, MSG is perfectly safe. Yes. MSG is perfectly safe to consume. Looks like it's got proper hand tracking and all. Well, proper, unfortunately my hand tracker is a little bit, it's a little bit finicky, but yeah, I got hand tracking as well. One thing I need to do is I say that in the arm glitches. Well, it's just because it's like sometimes it thinks it sees a hand and then it's like, well, it's like there's a hand, get it. Then it ends up being just like some. It's like how humans have pareidolia, which is where we see faces where there aren't faces. Fun fact: most bananas ain't vegan. What does is it like how like every fig has a wasp in it? I just noticed I have enough points to redeem Borbify. Starky can tell us fuck you with his hands. Hold up. Me when chat gets on their bullshit again. you fuckers. Anyway. Oh wait, shit. No, wrong one. There we go. Shells are just banana preservative. I mean, you're right. Fun fact, the whole MSG disinformation all started from a joke in official science papers. He's showing the birds. Shells are used as... Wait, shells are used as banana preservative. Oh, so like the idea, it's like they like grind up like shells and then like dunk the banana in them to coat them in like calcium carbonate so that way they preserve better. Wow, burb flipping the burb. I saw a menu for our new Asian restaurant in town. I said no MSG added on the bottom. I was thinking people here still believe MSG is bad for you. There are people who think that fucking okay. It's really funny because one of my friends actually has one of my friends works in agricultural engineering and has very like strong opinions about GMOs, but only like a very, very specific type of GMO, which is that like there's a type of GMO where they're trying to copyright the genes, basically so that way like it can't be used in farms outside of like ones officially produced, like officially associated with it. And she's like, that's horseshit. That's actively like detrimental to everyone. Otherwise, GMOs are fine. Like everything you eat is a GMO. Who gives a shit? But there are people who are like, you GMOs. This was similar to how figs. Yeah, every fig has a wasp in it. No MSG added. Yeah, it's like no fucking if you're telling me this Chinese food doesn't have MSG in it, I'm just gonna assume it's shit. Vaccines, MSG, and aspartame. I'll be honest with you. If you're telling me that this Chinese food doesn't have MSG in it, why the fuck are you wasting my time? Take me to a place that has MSG. Sometimes it's made a joke about MSG is bad for the health, and there's to be fair, it wouldn't surprise me if MSG as if like the widespread, because like okay. I'm gonna enter my conspiratorial brain here a little bit. Remember, fuck, probably Nestle because it's likely their fault. The fig wasp is dissolved in the fig after it dies in there. Isn't MSG found naturally in tomatoes? Yes, actually. So let me get my conspiratorial hat a little bit. MSG is a flavor additive. Welcome on in, Darius. Glad to have you sweeping the show for Darius. MSG is a flavor compound. It is a flavor compound that is comparable to salt, arguably better because instead of adding salt, it adds umami, which is something humans love. There's another entity that also is a flavor additive, so it basically highlights other flavors. Sugar. I'm of the opinion that part of the reason why the everlasting fucking MSG is bad for you is a narrative that's constantly pushed is because of the fucking sugar industry. Because they did the same thing with salt. The sugar industry literally started the they started the because salt does cause hypertension. The thing is some of the health things that people think salt causes, it doesn't. And a lot of that is a result of the sugar industry pushing this narrative to basically say hey, everything's bad for you except for sugar. You never hear about okay, so I might be dating myself a little bit with this. The sugar lobby is a thing. Oh, it's a very real thing. So a decade back, there was a lot of drama about Mellow Yellow. For those who don't know, Mellow Yellow is a soda here in the States. It is basically the Coke equivalent of Mountain Dew. It might be Pepsi equivalent. I can't remember. I don't know which one has Mountain Dew. It's the other one. There was there was a big hullabaloo. Basically, it's because people found out drinking Mellow Yellow fucks with your sperm count. And so it's it's so everyone's it's probably the fucking the fake artificial food dye. No, it was sugar. They did a follow up Melio's Coke brand. Okay, they did a follow up study, and they're yes, the reason that Mellow Yellow noticeably decreases sperm count if you drink more if you drink a can of it a day, the reason is not because of the fucking food additive colors. It's the goddamn sugar. But because it was the sugar industry killed it. They actively suppressed that story, and so it just became urban legend that the Mellow Yellow color was causing people to have sperm issues. Mellow Yellow has a couple chemicals that can cause cancer if they interact badly, and Mountain Dew has had a flame retardant in it. That's the thing though. It's at some level, every single thing we eat can be broken down into chemicals that have some negative properties on us. The problem is so there's a lot of things about that that sound bad until you realize that there's a lot more going on with our body than just it's if I fucking ate uranium, if I ate a fucking block of uranium, it'd fuck my body up, but I'm not getting poisoned, I'm getting irradiated. Uranium is extremely poisonous as well as being radioactive. But I'm not dying to the poison, I'm dying to the radiation. Because uranium, despite being very poisonous, has a very low bioavailability. Our body doesn't do anything with it, because it doesn't have anything to do with it. So it just doesn't uptake it. And that's a lot of chemicals. And that's part of why a lot of the this and that is bad for you is usually a lot more nuanced than people give it credit for. Is the fact that humans biology is fucking hard. Biology is, I would argue, it's one of the hardest sciences. Medicine, fucking biology, the ontology and classification of animals. I would argue it's one of, if not the most difficult science, because of how fucking wide a spectrum there is in terms of trait display and how things live and work with and without certain attributes. So there's someone out there who lived his entire fucking life with half of a brain. He just had a weird issue with his brain where half of it was replaced with spinal fluid, and he was fine. He was in his 40s when they found that out, and they're what the fuck is this? It's like, isn't it like 80 billion calories if you can somehow digest it? Oh yeah, like uranium is incredibly calorically dense. It just kills you if you try to use those calories. For sodas, I only went down to drinking diet/zero Coke or Pepsi. Nothing else really. Anything else like diet or zero lemon lime sodas, etc., all still taste awful. Only mushrooms can digest radiation. Wasn't there a kid that only had a brain stem? Yeah, like biology and like the biology, like, and the chemistry level of biology, like where you're looking at it like from like an ATP, like, like how the calories are actually being used by the cells level. So fucking complicated. But like a lot of people get like, oh, it's like, oh, it, like, okay, there's like an example, I can't remember off the top of my head, of like a really really common poison that we just don't like. We eat daily, we eat a fuck ton of this shit, but it's not a concern because it just has really really low bioavailability. It's like, we don't care. Our body doesn't uptake it. It just basically, it goes in one hole and out the other. My usual zero sugar soda is sweetened with something called erythritol. I find that's one of the artificial sweeteners my body's okay with. So it's like, it's me kind of being on my like my pedestal of like, hey, there's a lot more going on. Like, it's kind of why like my usual take is like, okay, you have your fucking, it's like, the term journalistic malpractice gets thrown around a lot. I think there's a lot of areas, at least here in the States, that are heavily negatively impacted by journalistic malpractice. And I think stuff about the body that isn't written by someone with a medical degree, or like, double checked by someone with a medical degree, needs to be something that like is illegal. you know? Biology can explain how sexy tiger men can be made eventually, while also making the most fucked up animals out there. Looks at sunfish. To be fair, sunfish are just like, sunfish are like, I think an overly maligned species, because there's an entire like biologist who was like, yeah, sunfish get a lot of shit they do not deserve. It was like, be careful though. Any sweetener ending with etol is sugar alcohol and can cause some annoying side effects sometimes. I did not know that. I'm aware that sugar alcohols will mess with your gut, but it's not like I have more than 12 ounces of that soda a day. Yeah, that's fair. And I think a lot of it comes down to like the weird way humans are wired. Because the thing with humans is that like we are wired heavily to A, be constantly doing something, and B, actively be seeking like pleasure responses. And food is like one of the most easily obtained active pleasure responses we can get. Like, nature gave sunfish so much fish. I kind of love the sunfish for just how derpy it is. You know? It is a silly fish. It is a silly fish. It does its best, and it provides a lot of, you know, it's good. Avoid any candy labeled sugar free because it's sweetened with these. Ever since the what was it? Oh god, what was it? Ever since the Haribo sugar-free gummy bear incident, I've been of the opinion that it's like, okay, you know, it, be mindful of what you're eating. The Haribo sugar-free gummy bear incident is still one of my fucking favorite internet moments. Xylitol may also be good for dental health, but it will make you bloat and incredibly gassy. Wait, there was an incident? Okay, so hold up a moment. Let me double check, because I know for a fact that this was a thing that happened. I just don't remember off the top of my head what chemical it was. Oh no, not the gummy bears. Um, so the sweetener for Haribo sugar-free gummy bears is called maltitol, which is a sugar-free sweetener. The problem is the secondary effect of maltitol is a very heavy laxative. The sugar-free gummy bear incident is well cataloged in internet infamy. So yeah, they advertise it as the sugar-free gummy bears, and they're definitely sugar-free gummy bears. The problem is these sugar-free gummy bears also just made you shit yourself violently because people would be like, they wouldn't respect serving sizes. Because okay, the average serving size of gummy bears is something like 10 gummy bears. It's like, it's not that much. They based the idea of like how much maltitol they could put into those gummy bears without it being an issue around the serving size. Problem is, no one eats 10 gummy bears. I eat 10 gummy bears because I don't like gummy bears and they're currently the only form of sugar I have in my house. I never experienced that issue. If you have like half a bag of those sugar-free gummy bears, people did a lot because like, hey, it's candy. That's what people tend to do. They're like, if you go to the fucking Amazon reviews for the sugar-free gummy bear, you will read some of the funniest fucking things on the internet. I was considering doing like a fucking dramatic stream read, like making a stream where I just dramatically read the sugar-free Haribo gummy bear like reviews on Amazon. We need to get Starky better sugar products. Oh, this reminds me of a joke from a comedian I love. There used to be an acid-based indicator that was once used to authenticate wine was used as laxatives. You should. Because it's like... what? Because like there's exactly two types of Haribo sugar-free gummy bear reviews. One where someone explains in extensive detail the story of like how it completely fucked up their weekend. Like, and then there's my personal favorite, which is just the like shortest stuff. Like there's definitely one person who reviewed it, and his review is just, I sneezed out my anus. Oh, that's what the spinner doom does. It makes a borp spin, and eventually it will make one of these things spin. My man's just like, I ate a bag of Haribo sugar-free gummy bears, and I sneezed out my anus. It's like, you know what? That's a fucking powerful. Writing that review is a fucking power move, and I respect it. It's like that's the level of shit I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I need to grab like some of my like voice actor friends and just like make it make it like a competition. Can you read this review in a serious voice without cracking? Oh, lactose intolerance can use milk as a laxative? Hey, that's upside. God knows that there was times like where I'm like, you know what? Hey, because like I had a lot of like gut health issues when I was a kid that fucking went away completely when I was an adult and I could cook for myself. Like it's kind of wild the difference between like, I guess it shouldn't be as surprising to me as it is, but it is wild the impact that a proper diet can have on, bathroom trips. I did a brief scare about that actually. Monkey is showing the group cat soup. Oh no. Oh my god, that's okay. So I need to explain to everyone because cat soup is it is an anime movie that is okay. Let me see if I can find the cat soup image. Because there's a specific image everyone fucking uses when they're like, oh yeah, cat soup. Because it's the classical example of like, oh, it's just anime weirdness. The issue somehow resolved itself, and I don't know why. I think someone got their boss fired with gummy bears. But like cat soup is like, okay, so like this, hold up, this is an actual still in cat soup. I've seen cat soup a bunch of fucking times because my brother loves it, and has shown it. Like whenever my brother's in a bad mood, like I'll be like, yeah, I'll come over and we can watch cat soup. This is like his comfort show. This is an actual honest to god still in cat soup. Contextually speaking, this like if you watch a cat soup and you're like predisposed to like thinking anime is just a bunch of like weird nonsense, you're not going to get anything out of cat soup. Because cat soup is basically an extended unspoken metaphor about child death. Draw your Sono wearing that fit. The song is so weird with this image. Oh my god. for a few months, like 2 or 3 years ago, I lost my. Oh my god, I would lose. I get a fucking gallon of milk each week, so that way my body doesn't fucking like. I don't want my body to become weak to lactose. I enjoy baked goods too much. But yeah, no, like so cat soup is because literally cat soup is. There's like no fucking way to explain. It's just from the outset, it is very weird bullshit. But if you watch it a bunch of times and you're specifically looking, like if you're specifically looking for a story, it is there. It's to the point where like I think Monkey's working theory is that it's basically like an afterworld story, although like Dante's Inferno. Welcome on in, Zero. Glad to have you, sweet being. Good show for Wolfkid Zero. And like having watched Cat Soup a lot of times myself, yeah, I kind of agree with him that like it is a I think it is an incredibly valid interpretation of Cat Soup to be like, yes, this is an allegory about about a child passing away and like, you know, trying to come to terms with like the death of a sibling. What's up, Chris?
Where the rats?
Starky doesn't want to have the shits from drinking milk for fun.
Yes, I would prefer not to have the shits from drinking milk. Looks like it's only 34 minutes long. It's also like the last thing the director worked on before he killed himself. So like if you're looking for that kind of energy, you know, I guess you'll find it. Did we shout out? We already got it. Don't worry. Welcome on in, though, Zero. Glad to have you, sweet bean. I got it covered. Like that was a whole fucking yeah. It's like what? Yeah, the guy who made Cat Soup, I think went on to you know take himself out, which is like, you know, it's like what this weird thing about like this weird fucking this weird show about cats is like really fucked up. What do you mean? And it's like, yes, it is an extended metaphor for a lot of things, and also the guy who made it clearly was not well. So yeah, if you want like a deep dive into like I guess like existential horror, like that's a pretty good place to start. You all know about the manga Act Age. That might be the most depressing thing since the child actor from All Dogs Go to Heaven. To be fair, there is one piece of Japanese media that is oh wait, never mind. There's two pieces of Japanese media that are infinitely more depressing: Grave of the Fireflies and No Longer Human. What did the energy change that this song has brought about? Tuko Taka. What is this? The energy has shifted unbelievably. What did I come back to? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know, and it scares me. Joy is back. We were talking about Cat Soup and the fucking existential horror of that anime, and this is after the No Longer Human name check. Yeah, we were. I just mentioned No Longer Human, which if you know, you know. And then this shit comes on. I was about to get an anime, then the writer of the manga got caught doing some lewd crime, I forget. There's an anime that was made recently where like the director was straight up like found like the dude abducted a girl. It's like, hey, what the fuck? Let's run that one back, except this time like not I've had several people recommend this novel to me and I'm like, it is unironically a fascinating like it is psychologically fascinating. It's like a fascinating look into the breakdown of humanity. Yes, the novel, not the Junji Ito adaptation. Oh yeah, I initially knew it as a novel. I didn't realize it was even a Junji Ito until like much later. But like, I'm glad that this music is here to fucking vibe check me while I talk about. But like, no, the fucking like the No Longer Human is like actually like one of the most depressing reads. It's not good. Like it's I would argue that it is not a good experience in the same way that like The Road or like No Country from like The Road, No Country from for Old Men. Like those aren't supposed to be enjoyable stories. You're not supposed to read them and be happy. You're not reading them because they make you happy. You're reading them because they speak to something deeply primal and fucked up in all of us. Yeah, it might be a mental hazard for you to read. If you're not doing well, I definitely recommend, giving it a miss for now. Because like it's like it is. Okay. I was like basically flabbergasted when I found out that there was a fucking isekai that was made about the no longer human guy, until someone pointed out to me that it's the Japanese equivalent of Kurt Cobain jokes. And I'm like, oh, it makes sense now. Heard about that one manga called PTSD Radio, and it's about an IRL phenomenon in the mangaka's group? That's interesting, actually. But yeah. So apparently, no longer human is the Japanese equivalent of Kurt Cobain jokes. There's also said of a visual novel called Wonderful Everyday that's the vast majority of old millennial Japanese circles. Interesting. Would recommend to me. Why is this emoji a thing? Listen. Sorry, real. You're an editor for me on 7TV. You can change the emotes. But I never thought I would see you, of all people, be upset that, like, like they literally cannot finish the manga without some sort of accident happening. Okay. There we go. Actually, random thought. What is the next batch of emoji? Welcome on at Risk. Glad to have you, Sweet Bigusha, for Podosky Risk. There's a whole video on PTSD radio. Interesting. I Is there anyone here who doesn't have 7TV who's like just like extremely confused why people are just putting the same weird text in chat? September 2025 had a batch of good ones.
Remember the time that guy from that Disney cartoon licked his water clone's tongue only to get void by his water clone? Yes,
what?
This was from a Disney cartoon.
Only to get vored by his water. What? Face with bag under eyes, fingerprint splatter, root vegetable, leafless tree, harp shovel. I can't wait for the shovel emoji. Oh, is there? Are they releasing a new batch? Listen, I got my crow, so I'm fine. Like that's all I needed. I have crow and I have knife. Like that's all I really needed for emojis. Yeah, new batch each year. The laser part of it's still there though. Oh, Starky, have you thought about your... Okay, I actually have like a bunch of ideas for my next Chris Tessie because people keep sending me bird memes.
I know your homie address and we asleep the cop shave come to arrest me. Sorry, booty must leave now.
Booty must leave in now. Wait, what the fuck is that emote? Why did Charizard happy? Starky, I sent a thing in memes. Oh god. Lord almighty. What, Casa, what'd you send me? What is this? What is this? Okay, hold on. I need to check memes real quick as well. Cupcake ATM. We're having ADHD moment. That's Vor. why Charizard happy? Just straight up Vor. Show it to the class. I'm going to. Listen, y'all think you could fucking escape? If I have to see it, y'all have to see it with me. we're all suffering together. This one was sent by Kronos. Let me go pause the music real quick. Cupcake ATM. Salami. Okay, this is the fucking thing Kasai sent me. What the fuck is this? Oh, that cartoon? What? It's the Teen Ninja Show? I why did he French kiss his water duplicate? Why did his water duplicate for him? I also sent you a video. Oh god, is this what the rest of stream is gonna be at this rate? Oh no, but okay, I've seen this. This is the classic. Hold up, no, I know this one. I know this one. This one's classic internet experience. If you've seen this, you also recognize this thumbnail. Dolan. I have no idea what this video is. I just know that it's a jam. Whose face is this? Whose face is this? Donzi face the trampoline. What is this? I need answers. Important videos. Okay, well, I guess welcome to the stream. This is now a just chatting stream where we watch fucking whoever sent this DM me. All right, I know. Knowing Jaren, yes, you sent it to me over Telegram. What is? I know the song. Incredible. This is a just chatting streamer now. No, I refuse. I can resist I can resist the corrupting influence of the just chatting stream. The voices. Oh my god. Anyways, sorry. That tends to just to be fair, like having watched a lot of artists' work, I'm pretty sure that this is just part and parcel of the art process. The art process is just this is big pop butt energy. The art process is just like you get like 30 minutes into something and then you just get distracted for 10 minutes. Like that is like, you know, me and who. You gotta kiss the homies goodnight. You gotta make sweet love to the homies. Before bed, of course, and with socks on, so it's not gay. But also, like, what was that guy's face? I'm assuming he has something to do with Disney, where my kiss is in love. All right, here. Let me go and zoom in. Here's your kisses. Wait, hold up. The hand tracking. 1 moment. There we go. Hold. There we go. Here's your kisses. Mwah. Make sweet love to the homies in bed. Make sure to fill your homies with love and support. And come. And come. And then I get like shot to death by a sniper. For comedic value. Don't take notes. For the record. Blow at the homies with love and support is wild. Oh my god. Starky says this for the record. Just make sure not to give too much support, or else you also have to give child support. I should stop talking. I need to stop speaking. I am already behind. Things are only going to get worse from here. Okay, so it's like right around the eyebrows. I know I won't see what's past the pearly gates of heaven, but I will still pray for you has been added to the chat. And prig the homies using love and support. To be honest with you, like that emote is more or less accurate to whatever the fuck's happening here. So like, you know, thank you. The what? The the 7 TV emote. I know I won't see what's past the pearly gates of heaven, but I will still pray for you. Has been added to the chat. Okay, so it's around the eyes. Around the eyes, and then it basically like kind of like shoots here. It's like above that, and then oh my. Bro, the emotes aren't showing for me. It looks so weird out of context. Well, okay, so fine point. You presumably don't have 7TV. I can't see them, so chat's a little. It's so there's an add-on called 7TV that like lets you see what these emotes are supposed to be. I know what's past. I know I won't see what's past the pearly gates of heaven, etc., etc. It's just a Pepika praying, turning into a happy little cutie. Yeah, you're being orbified. Hold up, I need to like figure out. Okay, so it's kind of like yeah, in and out. It's a browser add-on, so yeah, you have to get it. You have to get it. No, but if you're looking for context on what the fuck is happening, that's where you'll find it. How the fuck is this gonna work for? Okay, so it covers the neck, the belly, and then I think it looks like the inner part of the arm. Oh no, so it's just the hands. Gross, you're going to have to bug Stark to do a Smasher Pass just chatting stream. It's a browser out. Yeah, so it's basically it's because like there's it's part of the trio of browser add-ons for Twitch. Better Twitch TV, Franker Face Z, and then now 7TV. If you want to see all of the emotes that are like basically outside of the Twitch experience, those are the things you have to get. Yeah, apparently D&D people have a stereotype that they're either the most chaos, the most horny, or both in and out of games. For me, it depends on the people I'm around. For me, that experience is very dependent on who all I'm playing with. I am so sorry for what I'm about to add to the channel. I assume. Wait, Serial, have you been adding all of these? I for whatever reason, my brain assumed it was Oceano. I think it's because of my DM. Oh yeah, if your DM pushes you to be horny, it's over for you. Like it. I am not sorry has been added to the chat. Soyreal. Actually, just 7TV will also add all the better Twitch TV emotes. Oh, okay. And all of our party are bear men. Yeah, that checks out. I'm gonna be honest with you. People who don't have 7TV, y'all made the wise decision. To be honest with you, based on what was just fucking added to the stream. Starky Soyril has been adding the long stuff. I've been adding the curse ones that replace words. Oh, okay, that's fair. That makes sense, actually. I also can't really install extensions. Yeah, no, it's one of those things where it's like, unfortunately, like it necessarily makes the mobile experience worse. Like furry. Yeah, I saw that one. Because like like a lot of big name streamers also do have it set up. Like I know Sky has it set up. I Jol is definitely the prototypical example when I'm like, who makes the most, who gets the most value out of out of using that, and the answer is Jol, because it exactly matches the kind of energy you would find in a Jol stream. Oh, the ray gun emote's now a bits tier. Yeah, because it was one of the ones where it's like, basically whenever I get a new emote, which reminds me, I need to actually check the I needed to check the tag Tygon, the tag poll this month. Whenever I get a new emote and I don't have enough slots, I just move one of the like least used ones out of tier 1. So that way like I can make space for it. But yeah, no, so that was like a whole experience of being like um it's why I think like, because I need to get Starky17 Hug done like probably like again, because the thing is like it just no longer matches the style. This is the last fucking straw, you stupid crow. Okay, you just made that one. You just took one that already existed and made the name incredibly long. So for context, for those who don't have something TV, apparently Suriel has added a emote that is just the like unfollow button, and it says, "This is the last fucking straw, you stupid crow. You fucked up too much this time. I'm leaving forever. Goodbye." I didn't even realize that you were like allowed to add custom, custom text to those. That's kind of cool though. Not the lickas. Should I get a Here's the thing, there's a lot of emote stuff is like stuff that like I wanna, I think it just like more or less is gonna be kind of blocked behind I just not having enough slots. Ready to finish my thing. I mentioned the Bear D&D group because people mentioned the kissing the homies thing, and like it's like, yeah, you could just like, here's the thing. I will probably eventually be able to cut up with the big guys eventually if I just keep hanging out with the bear guys. I'm of the opinion that like it is okay like to just have more like platonic physical intimacy with friends. So like, unironically, you kiss the homies goodnight. They deserve it. The homies going through it. Yeah, they deserve it. Should we as a should we as a community make it so Starky is a feet stream? Why is this a poll? Why are there 3 yes votes? Yeah, never mind. I actually know the answer to that. Y'all are fucking degens. Jesus Christ. Platonic physical intimacy is something I wish I could experience with some friends. It's okay to do romantic things with your friends without turning into a relationship. Yeah. For me, like that's kind of the way I view, I think, like sex and romance as someone who is currently single. Is I'm just like, yeah, you know, it's like there's a lot of people like I talk about that kind of stuff with, and I'm like, hey, I'm not necessarily looking, it. How do I explain it good? I think the basic thought is like, like I want to show, physical affection. Um, I am not necessarily like, it doesn't necessarily need to go anywhere. I'm literally just doing it because I like you, and hey, I get to tease you, and like it's I have such a thing for like making people blush. It's like, that's for me, whenever I get the fuck Like when I get the password generation by teasing someone, I'm like, yes, yes. It's like the biggest fucking hit of dopamine. Casual sexual stuff with friends is chill as long as you talk about it. I like cuddling with my guy friends and gaming and snacking together. It's like, you know, as time has gone on, I'm more like, because I don't really have practical experience with either poly or open stuff, but like, you know, it's not necessarily unappealing. It's just like, hey, you know, because for me, it's like a lot of like, you know, there's experimentation to be had. Like, you know, because it's like, oh, you know, I don't necessarily know what I don't know. Being in a relationship is a serious commitment, and I take it seriously. But also, I would like to, you know, I want to make sure that like I'm in a relationship where like all of my needs are being met, and I kind of can't figure that out on my own without like, you know, getting experience outside of the context. It like, because it kind of solves the problem of like, I don't know. Suda. Here's one Kasai. Okay, so got 7TV up. What are those soy real emotes? Well, also Kasai, oh wait, no, I think I tried to add you. You might be a moderator, you might be a editor for the channel, so I think you might be able to add emotes yourself. This was not a smart idea, mind you. I probably should not be giving my mods this level of power, but it is funny, so. Oh, 7TV glitch for me. We got a 50-50 tie on whether apparently I should be a feet streamer or not. What does this mean? What does a tie for this result mean? I couldn't add 7TV glitched for me, so I couldn't add emotes for a while. A lot of events have to a lot of events I go to have a lot of people in them though. Yeah. Well, it's like, okay, here's the like that's one of the nice things about the furry fandom is like it's so like the furry fandom is very sex positive in both a way that is very, very positive and healthy, in a way that's like kind of toxic at times. Because, you know, sex stuff is so normalized that people sometimes take it too far and like don't like, you know, maybe aren't necessarily the most considerate in regards to like how sexual they are with people they haven't really interacted with extensively, because it's like so normalized in the fandom that it's like, you know, oh, it's like, why would I ask, because no one else had an issue with it. It's, you know, it's all in the matter of like personal boundaries and shit like that. But also it is nice to have it's nice to have an environment where it is so like stuff like that's so normalized that it's like, you know, it's like, oh, it's like the experience of, oh, you know, I got this like this niche kink that like, you know, that I'm always nervous about talking about because I don't necessarily know if people are going to respond well or poorly to it. And then it's the furry fandom, so of course fucking everyone has it. One of the things I really like doing is people requires quiet. Starky, you get to be a singular foot streamer. Do not pay attention. I'm paying attention. Is this Japanese never gonna give you up? Never gonna let you down. I just saw the first page of Starky's browser history. It's just feet pics. It's all feet pics has been added to the chat. Okay, I think we might need to kill the joke about extremely long names. Sorry, real. I'm using my one of my bit kill tokens. Yep, it is. Okay, bit is dead. Excellent. I understand why it's important for spaces to be like that, but I do have a lot of boundary issues. Yeah, that's the thing. Welcome on to Grant. We're taking the term subscription for 32 months. It's like, yeah, you must used to be Dean.
OMG 32 months with the cute and awesome Borb.
I think it's like part of why like even like the furry fandom is great for finding people that like you vibe with. You just also have to remind yourself that like there are 4-bit tokens left. Is you have to remind yourself that there is a part of the experience where you're going to have to be like, hey, you know, like you have to be forward about the fact that like you have to be active about setting boundaries, which can sometimes be like really, really bad because, you know, we all I think like the millennial generation collectively and furries in general, like furries specifically, all have like collective hangups about the idea of like setting a boundary with someone. Because like it's like, oh, you know, if you're setting a boundary, that means you don't like me. It's like, no, I'm setting this boundary because I like you. If I didn't like you, I just fucking like I just bail. If for me, if I'm setting a boundary with you, it means two things. I respect you enough as an individual that I trust you're going to be an adult about it, and I actually value having you in my life, but there's something that you do that makes me deeply uncomfortable. Let's have a conversation about it and figure out a way to actually go about it so that way we're both, enjoying ourselves. Sometimes I wonder when it will have a Tanuki much as a giant scrote in Monster Hunter would be funny. Also, your boundaries are not others to choose where they. Yeah, no, that's a fucking huge one. That is a huge, huge thing. Boundaries are personal, but no one can make you do anything. Like, they cannot set up a boundary for you. Like, ultimately, what it comes down to is a boundary is something that you are personally, like, you're saying, like, hey, if I feel uncomfortable with this behavior, if I see it again, I'm probably going to disengage. Like, that is a boundary. There's an important distinction there between boundary and ultimatum, because ultimatum is you're expecting behavior from the other person. You're saying, if you don't do this, like, if you have to do this for me or else I'm bailing. Like, that is an ultimatum, and that's not healthy. There are times where ultimatums are important, I think, but like, if you're using that as like a genuine way of like managing managing interpersonal interactions, that's like a sign of like profoundly unhealthy views towards like interpersonal communication. I had a niche Steven Universe server that got alt revenge rated for like 3 years by someone who tried to talk me into communism and telling me to try masturbation. What? The internet's fucking weird, man. It's like the joke is that yes, people need to touch grass, but the reason people need to touch grass is because like Jesus fucking Christ, people, like that's okay. Wait, how the fuck did Aether? How does your tail work? Okay, so it's basically like side by side. Okay, I see. So it's like half split. Like this was before I knew the term ace, but like I'm on the not interested side of ace. Yeah, it's like the same people like I can't remember who it was, but like someone like hate rated a server and like posted, you know, what was it, gore, which like I'm weird. I'm weird because I was raised by a nurse, so gore doesn't affect me in the slightest. But like it really fucked up one of my friends because of that. Also, you said if you don't stop doing certain things like that makes me uncomfortable around me or I will leave. It is a ultimatum, but it is a healthy one. Exactly. Ultimately, what you should be doing with a boundary is setting for your own personal comfort by acknowledging that you only have control over yourself. What? Hey, Starky, we swapped to my account name to prevent confusion. Imaginary is about to head out to pick you up. Okay. I will. Hold up. How long is the queue? I might have to close out the queue. The queue might. Like, I probably won't be able to go longer, but I'm generally comfortable with Agora, except for very specific applications of it. I got desensitized because of my interests. What? I'm curious now. What interest do you have where like that has resulted in a desensitization towards gore? I would be unafraid to nuke those who don't respect boundaries, though sometimes I get flashbang from weird shit that happens. A very specific type of surgery footage for one. Interesting. That is actually kind of fascinating. Oh, I'm doing some quick math. We're doing quick maths. I think I'll have this will be exactly enough time. It's a medical adjacent? Okay. Because like I'm kind of right there with you where like because like one of my friends like he basically like hurt himself with a chainsaw and and like he's like, yeah, here's I got a picture, and I'm like, I'm kind of curious to see the picture. For other folks, this is confused squad. I'll swap my account info to make it easier to identify me across platforms. Yeah, there we go. Um but yeah, the so like he showed me that picture and my brain was like, yeah, it's it's a leg that's been cut by a chainsaw, but like my brain immediately was like, that's a fascinatingly clean cut for a chainsaw. It was like it was scalpel level precision. Like it was kind of like my my fucking raised by a nurse ass was like, Like I'm not even grossed out by it. This is just medically fascinating. Candy gore saying that I'm more of a fan of design wise over normal gore for most art purposes. I think some people are more creative with it. First time I was flashbanged by not safe work was on my 18th birthday when I had to deal with a porn raid on another niche Discord server. I just like gore because it's gross, while my psychopathic side is like, now who the fuck is going to clean this? I just finished cat soup. For creative applications, I've recently become aware of something called hahanaki, which is replaces gore with flowers. Hanahaki, that's it. There we go, and just like add some, add some like some feathering to imply it's not like a uniform texture. Because like it's messy and it's going to stain hard and shit. Yeah. Actually, this is considered rendering. I'll keep it on the tail because like I do think it fits there, but like Hananaki is like coughing up flowers, right? All right, Aether, am I missing anything, or like is so? Let me look real quick. The other version. I'm going and put it on screen for you, so that way. But yeah, the reason I won't do Murder IRL is it's messy. That's a pretty good reason to not commit murder. Okay. Okay, Chad, this is the no judgment zone. I feel like I'm about to miss something embarrassing. Chat, be respectful. Grabs you. The game, in-game murder is fun and free of consequences. All right. Oh, I forgot your wings. Okay, I'll need to add those. So I'm not quite done with this one yet. Oh, how the fuck am I gonna do wings? You just do small ones on the side. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Is like just to like add like a small wing. If there has wings, they do. It's because they're presumably like a winged wolf. Apparently, there's a fanfic trope called Wump, and I hate that I might be into it. What is a Wump? They got them fairy wings. Wump is definitely like one of those names where I'm like, there's a story. There's got to be some story behind like how that one happened. Okay, so wing shape is like generally like this. Okay. This is a subset of hurt slash comfort fix Or from what I understand, the Hurt Party recently suffered a medical emergency. Whomp sounds like a sound effect where something slaps something on the table. A little bit. Welcome on to Struggle for Waffles. Good on you, Sweet Bean. Could have shout for waffles. I'm gonna go nap and do a thing later. Had a bad sleep last night. Need a nap for sure. Take care of yourself, you Sweet Bean. And in most situations, we were resuscitated from a near-death situation. How's it going? It's going all right. Okay. So if we think about the wings, I'm like trying to, yeah. So it should be doing something like this. I could be wrong with the specifics, but I'd like to understand at least. It, I mean, it sounds like something that would happen in fanfic. It definitely like that is like certifiable fanfic like naming convention as well. It's just like completely irrelevant to like whatever is actually going on with like, you know. Okay. This if either of you're here, this one's gonna probably need a little more time in the oven yet. Because I need to figure out how the fuck I want to draw wings. Is this artwork going to be used for the spin redeem, by the way? It will. So, like, you know, the people who do think of the time, and if you can emit the wings. Nah, I want to make sure I'm doing your character right. Wait a fucking minute. Hold up. I think I might have cracked the code. Loving him so far. Yeah. I think like the wings need to be pointed kind of towards this hump. So that way, like, this is one of these where it's like I might do like a chicken study. There we go. That doesn't necessarily look bad. I think I'm gonna cook on it a little bit more, but it's not necessarily because like that definitely raids wing, but I'm like, is this how I want to represent wings? 'Cause I'm also I want to be able to draw borbs, so I think this hump here is correct. Oh, sorry, O'Shea, we closed up the song request queue because I actually cannot be going. I can't afford to go overtime today, unfortunately. Yeah, I kind of like that effect. This playing right now is the theme of the one furry boss fight in Reverse 1999. I'm not super sold on it, but it's looking better. I definitely think adding the straight lines, like, because it's like almost like a combination of straight lines and curves. Oh, wait a fucking minute. I think I figured it out. Because like that, yeah. So it's almost like I have to bring it around and then this is her. Again, yeah, she's furry-ish. It's definitely furry adjacent. Hmm. I think we're going to save this here. Because I'm looking at this and I'm like, I think my eyes also need kind of a refresh. Overall, though, I think it's looking pretty good. I do need to color the nose and I need to finish the wings, but outside of that, I think it looks good. How do you feel, Aether? Take your time. Because like, I'll probably like I think I should try and send like a copy over not tomorrow, unfortunately. I'll try to send one over at some point though, so that way you can have like a quick look and it's gradually taking good shape. Thanks. That's good to hear. Oh, what the what the fuck? I got thank you jump scare. But yeah, thank you for coming to hang out. Hope you guys had a good time just kind of vibing, watch me do some art, watch me slowly lose my mind as I'm like, what are shapes? Hey, welcome on in, Xerac Crisis. Glad to have you sweeping. Good show for Xerac Crisis. Let me go ahead and... Yeah, okay, perfect. We got the save. All right, let me go ahead and see who's live. Let me go to the outro, see who's live. Welcome on in, Xerac. Glad to have you. Heckin' sweet bean. We are actually wrapping up now. Unfortunately, I can't afford to go overtime. Oh, hold up a moment, because this is going to be a fucking disaster if I don't do that. Stream manager, let me turn off raids. That way no one tries to raid me. There we go. Perfect. But yeah, we're gonna raid into Pop Mud. He's doing the front page stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Art for art's sake, we can raid into Mari. Thank you though, Brief. Uh, no problem. I mean, listen, I'm glad to have you, Sweet Bean. So I'm always glad to have people stop by whenever they have opportunities to. Let me see. Raid into. Oh my god, why is there so many? There's so many people live. This is like the fucking worst part of streaming for me is wrapping up. Because I am gonna miss you guys, but the part that makes me struggle every fucking time is choosing a raid target. You know, or raiding Mari, because I think I have to hop out like relatively quickly. I don't want to keep anyone waiting. Yeah, let's raid into Mari. Let's go and go with our usual lab break. Which so if you're subscribed, you can use that. Notably, as a follower emote. So if you can use it here, but if you aren't subscribed, you can't use the other place. So feel free to use that version. So let's read over to Radical Mari, who's also doing some art. Like a spectacular artist. She started learning, I think, like 3 years ago. She's made like stellar progress. It's kind of wild to see, honestly. But yeah, If you like to stay up to date with the stream, including when I'll be going live, you can join me on Blue Sky at StarkyMorph on the platform. I post art that I make as well as art that I get commissioned, general ramblings, random stuff like that. You know how it be. As well as just like, thoughts. I'll be honest, I need to get back in the habit of reposting large men, because that is also something I enjoy doing. So if you like seeing large men, I need to be better about that. But yeah, also I need to repost the art that I get. But yeah, the YouTube, if you like to catch up on the VODs there, see what I've been up to. See the art journey so far, see me play through Factorio, see the playthrough of Amber Isle, because we've been making progress in that, and honestly that game is just a ton of fun and super laid back. I have a Discord if you'd like to pop in there, say hi to all the sweet beans, see the Curse Got the Sweet Beans post. And yeah, I think that's it. We're gonna right over to Mari. Mari is, genuinely like one of the sweetest people on the internet. Don't tell her I said that. I will cut you. I will take you down in a Denny's parking lot fight. But for real though, she is great. And yeah, I think I'm gonna probably like send you off a little bit early. I love you guys to bits. I will catch you Monday with more Factorio. And as usual, Tuesdays and Fridays will be art. Thursday will be Amber Isle, assuming nothing else comes up. I love you guys to bits. Bye! Bye-bye!